So another question here, we're interested in KaiNexus, but we're still trying to figure out if it's best to start with a physical board for the team and then use KaiNexus for tracking and sharing, or should we do everything in KaiNexus, I'm assuming to start, or, and John, maybe there's two questions there, starting manually and moving into a digital realm, and then the idea of doing everything digitally versus doing some things analog, manually, physically with a local team and using electronic means for broad sharing. Do you want to touch on that first, Greg?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. I mean, to me, the answer is yes. Because there isn't a single answer that's going to answer this question, right? And so we have literally seen, there's a saying in medicine, and as I'm sure everyone realizes here, I'm an ER doctor, and I love bringing medical knowledge into the process improvement world, and I love bringing the process improvement knowledge into the medical world, right? It's the foundation of KaiNexus. But there's a saying in medicine that says, 100 different presentations for appendicitis will present 100 different ways. And so we literally, there are patterns that we see at organizations, but there are different work environments, physically, electronically. There are different skill sets. There are levels of access to simply a computer or a smartphone. And so the way I would answer this is you certainly shouldn't. It says, I mean, we talk to people, oh, technology is, there's no role for technology, right? Oh, you have to do this on paper first. Well, that's not right. I mean, and then also taking the other situation, like, oh no, you should definitely scrap all the paper and all the bulletin boards and go 100% time. Well, that's not right either. So I think you need to figure out what's the problem you're trying to solve. What are the main barriers? How can we make it easier for the organization to do that? What I think you'll end up finding is that there's probably going to be a slight variation difference to all of this. And I think that some places are going to do really well by using KaiNexus more as a tracking mechanism. Other places are going to do really well by using KaiNexus as an engagement mechanism and to actually get the work done. And I think the most important thing is if you're thinking of technology as an accelerator, then I think you're thinking of it as the right way. If you're thinking of technology as it's actually going to be the magic silver bullet, then I think you're setting yourself up for failure. I don't know, Mark, if you want to add to that.
Yeah, I mean, the way, I mean, I would answer that question. It's classic lean answer or Six Sigma answer to say, well, it depends. It depends on the scenario. If people are going to more readily take to their iPhone and a web browser as a way of engaging with the organization and with each other, then that's great. If people are a little skeptical of technology and you think paper and cards on a board is the way to start, then I would say it's better to start with something than not start at all. But then to the question of what problem are you trying to solve, I've seen organizations that say bulletin boards might work fine within a local team, but we've got multiple sites across the state, across the country, around the world. One of the problems our customers are trying to solve is visibility that can't take place when you're separated by distance, separated by time. So I think there's no better solution for spreading and sharing improvement. There's no better solution for remote collaboration across different sites. So there certainly are certain problems that are solved through technology, and KaiNexus is happy to work with people on that.